Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for a session by my buddy, Brandon Bornancin, who's CEO at Seamless.AI, also is an author, public speaker, has done incredible things in technology and as an entrepreneur. And I'm just super excited to have him here. Brandon, why don't you take it away?
Hey, thanks for having me, and really appreciate the whole team at Crowdcast for putting this thing on. It's absolutely amazing. The amount of strategies, secrets, tips that I've learned already by following a lot of the speakers today has been incredible. So first off, I want to thank all of you for joining us. I know it's late in the day on a Monday. It's the week of Thanksgiving, Turkey Day. If you're here in the States, I appreciate all of you. And today, what we're going to go over is this one dirty little secret that will help you double your sales in 7 days or less. And for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Brandon Bornancin, CEO of Seamless.AI. I'm also the #1 bestseller of this new book called Sales Secrets, where I've interviewed over 100 sales experts on their top secrets to sales success. And then also this book I wrote about a month before that, 7-Figure Social Selling. Both these books, they share a lot of secrets. I highly recommend picking them up if you want to maximize your sales results. But throughout my career, when I was 18, first off, my dad built the first billion-dollar software company. And we went from poor to rich because of software sales. And then when I launched my first company when I was 18, it did $12 million in sales because of this one dirty little secret. Then I launched a second company that lost $3 to $4 million in sales because I didn't use this dirty little secret that we're about to go over. Then I sold for IBM and Google and did over $100 million in sales because I went back to using this dirty little secret. And then I built 2 8-figure companies using this one dirty little secret. And I'm going to share it with you. And make sure you've got your notepads. Make sure you close out Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your iPhone, Apple, you name it. You're going to want to take a lot of notes. This is going to be absolutely critical if you want to double your sales in the next 7 days, even if it's a holiday. We can make it happen. Also, I want to make this as interactive as possible, everyone. So in the chat, I believe, George, they could see this. I want to see in the chat, guys. Let me know your name, where you're dialing in from, your location. I'd love to interact with you and answer any questions. We'll go through this presentation and then answer questions at the end. So let's rock and roll, and we'll dive right in. Awesome. So today, I'm going to share with you my one dirty little secret that will double your sales in 7 days or less, that barely anyone knows about, that barely anyone is using, and it will help you double your sales insanely fast. And we're going to dive right in. And first off, I want to cover a simple truth that not a lot of B2B salespeople want to talk about, that not a lot of B2B marketers want to talk about, that's very confrontational. But the reality, the cold hard fact reality in sales development as an AE, BDR, BDM, MDM, sales ops, VP of sales, you name it. 100% of your sales depends on your ability to close the sale. Yet no one talks about the importance of closing sales. I want all of you guys to let me know if you agree in the chat, if you agree that 100% of your sales depends on your ability to close the sale. Also, I would love to hear in the chat if you agree that 100% of your income depends on your ability to close the sale. How many of you agree that you only get paid if you close the sale, if you close the deal, if you showcase the value to your customer and they in exchange give you the money for their products and services? Let me know below in the chat if you agree. And why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about 100% of your sales and income depends on your ability to close the sale? Because the reality is we're either closing the sale and our customers are winning with our products and services. Our company is winning with our products and services. We're winning with our products and services. Or everyone in the value exchange is losing. I'm losing. My company's losing. You're losing. If you believe that your products and services are going to change the lives of your customers for the better, then it is your responsibility to make sure that all of your customers, all of your prospects, all of your contacts, all of the companies that you need to work with understand what you can deliver, understand what you can provide for them. And they need to exchange their money, their investment with you so that they can benefit and get the results of your products and services. If your products and services changes the lives of your customers for the better, if you do not communicate the value propositions, the benefits, the social proof, the credibility statements, if you do not overcome, I'm not interested, no budget, it's too expensive, already working with someone, send me more information, what's your guarantee? I need to think about it, call me back later. It's too expensive, I have no budget, talk to my boss, I'm not the right person. If I said any of these objections and you're not ready to overcome them, you are not prepared to close, and you could, with a high degree of confidence, lose the sale. And what I want to do is I want to help you and your customers go from your current state, where it may be an empty calendar, it may be missing quota, it may be not enough sales, to getting everything you want, all the riches that you want in life, the back-to-back appointments on the calendar every hour, the sales commissions, hitting quota 100%, 150%, 200%, you name it. The only thing standing from poor to rich, unhappy to happy, no desires, all my goals, dreams, desires becoming a reality, the only thing standing in your way is this brick wall called sales objections. So sales objections are the only thing standing in the way from your current state, I'm missing quota, to my future state, I'm crushing quota. The only thing standing in the way between no appointments and back-to-back appointments on the hour every hour are sales objections. And we've used this dirty little secret that we're about to share with you to book over 300 appointments every single day. We acquire 50 to 100 new customers every single day. We've used these secrets about sales objections to build 2 8-figure businesses, to generate over $100 million in sales, to get 169 people into the 6-figure club, which means they've generated over $100,000 in sales, and I shipped them this award. This secret has been used to generate over 137 people, generating over $1 million in sales. It's because of this little secret and using this secret against the list to maximize sales. So what we're talking about here is the only thing standing away from you being unhappy in sales to amassing the riches is sales objections. And what we're going to teach you is everything that you need to literally drive through sales objections, jump over sales objections, crawl under, walk around, sprint around sales objections, you name it, overcoming everything that you need to overcome to communicate the value, the results, the social proof, the credibility, and the reasoning for why your prospects deserve, need, want the services and solutions that you provide. So let's dive into this. 100% of your sales depends on your ability to overcome sales objections and close the sales. 100% of your income depends on your ability to overcome sales objections and close the sale. Not 0%, not 15%, but 100%. Also, 100% of the prospect's value that they would get from using your products and services is going to come from your ability to communicate the value and close them, and for them to exchange and invest their hard-earned money in buying your products and services. The only way to close the sale is to become an expert at communicating the value, and then more importantly, overcoming sales objections. Just like in chess, if you saw Queen's Gambit, just like in Texas Hold'em, there are small, very finite number of starting hands that you can be prepared to play in advance. So I'm a Texas Hold'em big World Series of poker player. My first company did $12 million in sales when I was 18, 19, 20 years old for the gambling industry. I was big into online advertising for Texas Hold'em poker sites like Party Poker, Full Tilt Poker, Poker Stars. In Texas Hold'em poker, there are a certain number of hands that have the highest probability of winning the hand. And if you know the statistics, if you know the probability, if you know the pot odds, if you know the betting odds, if you know the position of where you're at the table, you statistically have an advantage over every single player playing at the table. And this is the same with sales. You want to know what the hands are. You want to know the odds of winning in sales. It's the same approach, being prepared to overcome every single sales objection in advance. And the thing is, I think a lot of salespeople, we don't realize, and just like when I started off in sales, I didn't realize, oh my gosh, sales is like Texas Hold'em poker. Sales is like chess, Queen's Gambit. there are a certain number of moves that you can make every single time. And you will run up against these moves all day, every day. And these are sales objections. There are not an unlimited number of sales objections. Remember, the only thing holding you back from poor to rich, unsuccessful to successful in sales, not delivering value to your customers to delivering value to your customers is your ability to communicate the value, overcome objections, and close the sale. Well, there are not an unlimited number of sales objections in sales. At max, there are 20, and you will consistently run into the same 3 to 5 sales objections every single day of the week. I don't care if you're cold calling, emailing, social selling, video selling, LinkedIn messaging, pitching, closing, going door to door, telemarketing, all of these channels, you will run into the same, most frequently, top 3 to 5 sales objections, and at most, top 20 sales objections. And the goal with this training, the dirty little secret, is to get you prepared for all of these. And if you can master how to overcome every single sales objection, you can become limitless in sales. And the best way to do this is the number one, know every single sales objection in advance. Number two, write scripts to overcome every single sales objection in advance. So first one, hey, what are all the sales objections? Two, I'm going to write out scripts to overcome every single sales objection in advance. Number three, I'm going to test my scripts. I'm going to test scripts to overcome every single sales objection over time. And number four, I'm going to optimize my scripts from real-time iterative feedback from prospects, from customers I'm pitching to overcome every single sales objection. And then number six, I believe this is number six, 1, 2, 3. No, this is number 5. I'm going to train every day on using these scripts to overcome every single sales objection. Because if you have a great product and service, for example, we're going to get super deep here. My mom passed away from Alzheimer's. When I was like 18, she got Alzheimer's. She was deathly sick, forgot my name by the time I was 19, 20 years old, passed away from Alzheimer's. It's why I'm whole food, plant-powered vegan. It's why I live the way I live. It's why I work so hard, because I know life is so damn short. My wife's mother also passed away from cancer. If someone had a pill to give my mom to cure Alzheimer's and my mom wouldn't take it because they didn't communicate the value, and then she passed away from the disease because they couldn't overcome the sales objection, that's the thing here, guys. If you have a product that could fundamentally change the lives or save the lives of your prospects, your customers, you have to do whatever it takes to communicate the value and overcome these sales objections. And that's why I'm so adamant about every single one of you, all of you as salespeople tuning in right now. You are amazing people. You represent amazing companies that have products that could change the world forever for the better and change the lives of your prospects forever for the better. But if you can't overcome sales objections and you can't communicate the value of these products and services and solutions, you will never be able to convince them to move forward and leverage these products and services. So you need to train every day on using these scripts to overcome these sales objections. And just like testing, iterating, and improving your pitch or your email scripts, the same goes for sales objections. So you need to make a list of all the sales objections and become prepared for each and every one of them in advance of your pitch. What you don't want to be selling in the trenches, like you're going to war, selling in the trenches. You don't want to practice on the battlefield. You want to write out all the sales objections in advance. You want to write out all the sales scripts in advance. You want to role play with every single one of your colleagues, with your friends, with your parents, any single person in the world that will role play with you. I don't care if you met them on a Slack community or a LinkedIn group, or you're part of our Facebook Quota Crushers community, you name it. You need to make a list of all the sales objections, and you need to become prepared for each and every one of these in advance. So that way you're training off the battlefield in sales. And then when you get on the battlefield in sales and you finally get that connect, because you got cell phones and emails to everyone, because you're using Seamless or LinkedIn or whatever, when you get that connect over the phone or over email or over social selling or in person, you need to be able to pitch, overcome objections, and close the deal or move that deal forward to the next stage. The only way to do that is to prepare for all of these in advance. And when you learn new sales scripts and objection handling strategies, and you see it often and study them often, guess what? Your brain puts that information into your subconscious mind so that you don't need to process it again until the next time you see it. I already know in advance all of these sales scripts. I'm not interested, no budget, it's too expensive, already working with someone, send me more information, what's your guarantee? I have no budget, I need to talk to my boss. Call me back later. Who is this? What's the price? All of these. I'm so trained subconsciously. I know everything that's coming in advance, like I'm playing chess in Queen's Gambit. #1 show on Netflix right now. Queen's Gambit, she knew how to play chess. She knew every move. She studied every single chess play. She practiced every single chess play every single day of the week. And she became the #1 chess player. It's the same with sales. If you want to become the #1 sales performer in the world, you need to master this dirty little secret, which is mastering sales objections. This is similar to building a habit. When you do something so many times, over and over and over again, it becomes second nature. This is the one secret that took me from making $50,000 to $100,000, $100,000 to $500,000, $500,000 to over $1 million in sales as a W-2 employee. This is the one secret that helped me go from 0 to $100 million in sales for IBM and Google. #1, it was because I needed the list, and I built the list with Seamless. And #2, I sold the list, being prepared to overcome every single sales objection in advance. And it's the secret, having the list and then overcoming all of these objections. When I sold that list, allowed me to build 2 8-figure companies and become a multi-millionaire for the 3rd time. You can do. The reason why I say that is because I'm no special. I'm no different than you. I'm not bragging. I'm only as good as my last win. And I need to win every day and improve every day. And I want you to win. I want you to become a multimillionaire in sales. I want you to generate millions in sales. I want you to win the 7-figure club award, okay? Which means you've generated over 7 figures in sales using Seamless and using 7-figure sales objections and being able to overcome every single sales objection that you come across. The sales objection list I'm going to share with you is the most commonly used sales objections you will encounter selling any product to any industry, to any potential prospect. So here are the objections that you're going to run into every single day of the week. I'm not interested. Already working with someone. I'm not the right person. Call me back later. I have no budget. I need to think about it. It's too expensive. I need to talk to my boss. We manage internally. Unsubscribe. We have too much blank. We have too many leads. We have too much business. We have too much IT software. We have too many servers, whatever it is. We have too much, whatever your product is. We're working with competitor X. I'm not the decision maker. We outsource blank. We don't need more blank. I don't have time. What's your guarantee? Send me more info. Who is this? Tell me more. How much is this? And then my favorite, which is yes, let's do it. Now, when you hear yes, let's do it, there could still be unhidden objections. So you want to loop back around and make sure there are no unhidden objections, that you get the appointment when they say yes, that they'll commit, or you get the contract signed when they say yes, they'll commit. So these are the most commonly used sales objection. This list represents over 95% of sales objections that you will encounter in any sales situation. And what you need to do is you need to study, write, and master scripts to address and overcome every single one of these sales objections. And if you do this, you can become an expert at sales and double your sales results in 7 days or less. And even faster, if you do this, you can actually double your sales results even faster. I've seen it before. So homework, what I want you to do, guys, and I've got a whole training on, I wrote thousands of scripts for each of these objections. That reach out, join Seamless.AI for free, and I could get you a bunch of these samples for free. But for homework, what I want you to do, I want you to create a Google Doc, which each of these sales objections listed out. And I want you to write a script to overcome each sales objection. I have thousands of scripts to overcome each sales objections, and I can give them to you. I can easily give them to you, but that won't teach you anything. You need to list each of these sales objections out, and then you need to start writing the scripts and optimizing the scripts for each sales objection from real-time sales feedback with your prospects. And if you don't, when I'm reading these off, guys, I'm not interested, already working with someone, I'm not the right person, call me back later, I have no budget, I need to think about it, it's too expensive, I need to talk to my boss, we manage internally, unsubscribe, we have too much blank, we're working with competitor, I'm not the decision maker. When I'm reading these off, if you hear any of these and you do not know how to overcome the sales objection, that's a signal you don't know what to do here. That's a signal that you are not trained, you do not have the scripts, you are not prepared to go into the battlefield, the trenches in sales, to have as many connects as you can and easily, quickly overcome this. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be on a call, in an email, in a pitch, and they throw out, we don't need more blank, I don't have time, send me more info, who is this, I have no budget, I need to think about it. What's your guarantee? We're already working with someone. You do not want to be in a pitch. You do not want to be trying to sell and communicate the value and close your prospect on why they need to buy or book an appointment for your product to learn more about your products and services. If you don't know how to overcome these and you get into that situation and you stumble or you pause or you freeze and you become frozen, you will lose that opportunity. You will lose that deal. And I want you to take your amazing products and services and get it into the hands of as many people as humanly possible. The only way to do that is if you know how to overcome all of these sales objections. And if you want 5 to 10 scripts for each of these, I've got a special bonus for you. Go to Seamless.AI, get Seamless.AI free. We're going to send you a bunch of these scripts for free. When you join Seamless.AI for free, it's my platform that I built that finds cell phones and emails for anyone in the world. When you join for free, mention Crowdcast. We'll get you a bunch of these scripts. I wrote books. I've got a book. By the way, this book is thick. So this book is 500 pages on 7-figure social selling. I have a book like this for each of these sales objections. And I did that because I noticed the power in making sure I knew every single way, every single reason, every single strategy, tool, tactic, playbook to overcome each and every one of these. Because the only reason why you're not maximizing sales, crushing quota, winning our coveted 7-figure President's Club Award is, number one, because you don't have the list, and you can build the list for free at Seamless.ai, so that's not an excuse. It's typically because of number two. It's because you don't know how to overcome sales objections when you're selling to that list. It takes so much work to get a connection with a prospect. When you're connected with them, you need to be able to overcome every single one of these sales objections. And unfortunately, I wish this presentation could have been like an hour and a half to 2 hours, because I could have gone over like 3 to 5 scripts for each of these. But don't worry, join Seamless.ai for free. Use Crowdcast as the referral code. And George and I, we set you up so you could get a bunch of scripts for each and every one of these. And then we've got programs and stuff that will guide you more through that. But would love to answer any question that you have. Alex, thanks for tuning in. By the way, thank you everyone, first off, for joining this session. I'm Brandon Bornancin. I appreciate you. When I became a millionaire in sales using Seamless and using the strategies from this book and this book, and when I sold $100 million in sales and became a millionaire in sales, won the 7-figure club award, I knew that I wanted to help every single one of you accomplish the same. Everything I do, I'm already a multimillionaire. Everything I do is to help you become the same. I realize that the life you want, the family you want, the customers you want, everything that you want in this life is just one list away. It's just overcoming one objection away. And I want to help you do that as fast as possible. If I can help you get rich, I will eventually get rich as well. And that's the goal here. So thank you so much for tuning into this session. I hope you found it of value. Also connect with me on LinkedIn, you name it. But Alex, how do I deal with people who say they can't buy because of COVID? What I recommend doing, Alex, is really trying to understand what do they mean. Because, for example, I sell sales leads and we find everyone's cell phones and emails. Like the reason why they can't sell products is not because of COVID. It's because they need to increase their sales activity by 200, 300, 500%. It's because they don't have remote cell phones for every person in the world that they need to sell to. So whenever I hear like, oh, I need to think about it, or I can't buy, I don't have budget, I can't buy because of COVID. My business got hit. Well, that's the time where they probably need your products and services the most. Now, every company has different value propositions. Like, my platform will make you a lot of money. My platform will help you connect with people that are working remote. So my situation's a little easier to overcome. I can't buy because of COVID. Let's just say you sell IT saving software and it's during COVID. You want to understand, like, if your platform can save them $100,000 on their AWS bills. For example, we're an Amazon hosted platform. I'm spending like $1 million or more a year on Amazon. If you come to me and you could save me any amount of money during COVID, everyone's trying to make more money quicker, or they're trying to save more money quicker. Figure out, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to make more money or save more money? And show them the ROI, show them the revenue results, show them how your product and service will take them from where they're at today, current state A, to where they want to go, current state B, their biggest desires, goals, dreams, and vision, their vision board. And here's the gap in between there, from here to here. You just have to figure out where they at, where do they want to go, and then you really want to communicate the revenue results, the ROI. What if your platform saves them or makes them all this money? Communicate that value and overcome that objection. Thank you so much, Alex. I hope that answers your question. And we've got hundreds of scripts to overcome that. So check it out. Get Seamless.AI for free. Use Crowdcast, and we'll get you hooked up with a bunch of those. Johan says, I sell to commercial real estate with almost all offices suffering low capacity. How would you deal with this? So this is tough. Johan, I'm sorry about the market. I was one of the commercial real estate leasers. Right when COVID hit, we canceled our lease. We literally terminated our lease. We went into a flex office space because we knew no one was going to be going into the office for a while. We knew it was going to last at least a year, probably 2 years. So, Johan, what I recommend is you're going to have to embrace the pain. I call it embrace the pain, embrace the suck. It's going to take you 500 to 1,000% more activity. So you're going to need 500 to 1,000% more leads. You're going to need 500 to 1,000% more calls, emails, social touches than it took before to hit your sales targets. And I had to have an emergency meeting with my company when COVID froze our state and the country, and everyone, the pandemic just destroyed the economy. I had an emergency meeting with my company. I said, look, guys, for us to generate the same results that we were generating in November, December, January, February, March, all pre-COVID, for us to generate those exact same results, we're going to have to work 3 to 5x as hard just to get back to where we were before. So I believe that you can still be successful in commercial real estate. It's just going to take an insane amount of activity. Also, I recommend working referrals and introductions. Also, start targeting startups, growth companies that are hiring a lot, fundraising a lot, that are going to be looking for great deals on real estate. For example, us, we outgrew our office space. So COVID gave us a perfect reason. We outgrew our office space. We were ready to sign a new lease, like a 25,000 square foot office space. And we were going to I was in an emergency because we already outgrew our 50 person space. And now I got to go find a 250 person space. Now that project is on hold until I know, the country opens back up. But there are people just like me who are on the market right now. And you just need to find their emails, cell phones, and you need to sell to them. You need to find, leverage your niche-based targeting. Hey, high growth companies that are hiring a lot, that are outgrowing their space. They may need new space. They may want a great deal on a new space. Hey, CEOs and founders, are you looking for new office space? We've got deals at over 80% off. I'm the best person for you to make it happen. You name it. Thank you so much for joining the session. I'm Brandon Bornancin, CEO and founder of Seamless.AI. I'm on a mission to positively impact 1 billion people. I want to help you connect to opportunity faster than ever before. Feel free to get my daily newsletter where I share tools, tactics, playbooks, sales secrets, sales scripts at Seamless.AI. You can go to Seamless.ai for free. Join for free. We'll get our newsletter. You get cell phones and emails for everyone. And we share content just like we shared today. My goal is to help you go to where you want to go to maximize your success. Thank you for tuning in.
Brandon, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Make it a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great
Cheers.
day.